What's going on, collectors? Welcome into Ross Loves Cards. Today I'm going to share some gifts with you, show some art to yins, and also do a video response for Eddie's Cardboard Chaos. Eddie's doing a VR for his 7th year anniversary. Eddie, congrats on that. That's an impressive feat. But to start off with some gifts, I have a viewer of my channel named Mike from Pennsylvania, and he sent me some gifts late last week. Started off with some Bo Jackson. You know, I absolutely love Bo Jackson, being a Royals fan. But to be honest with you, I even like him when he was on the White Sox. That's when I started collecting cards, the cards I was pulling from packs. He was on the White Sox. But you can't go wrong with Bo Jackson. And then he sends me two 1984, I assume these are stickers. It says DePiel here, and George Brett and Robin Yount. Tell you what, I love both of these. As you know, I'm doing a binder of tops. The main tops do different. Anyways, if you haven't seen that video, go back and watch it. But I've started a few spin-offs that actually, these two right here are going to be in my next video. I talk about Brett and Yount because it fits perfectly into that part of a collection I'm doing. But anyways, I love both of those. And he knows I'm into the history of baseball. Has some postcard and photo type stuff. Ebbets Field. You know, I've thought about collecting some Ebbets Field stuff now. You know, I don't have the deep enough pockets to collect, actual stuff that would have came from there. But, reading the Dodger books and reading about Ebbets and, the community, watching different, documentaries and different stuff like that. This card, has a special place in my heart. Then, again, this is from the Hall of Fame postcard there. Notice how it's got Ebbets Field down there. And this Giants chair, I absolutely love it. But I was going to say, if it wasn't for money, I wouldn't mind having that here at the house. But, that is an awesome looking chair. Also, from the Hall of Fame, they've got an exhibit, Baseball at the Movies. And I could read the backs of these for you. I guess I could show you the backs. And you could read it yourselves if you want to pause. Then bats. And baseball cards. I'll show you the back of that. Yeah. When I seen this, I thought, what, it'd be cool to own each one of these. Of course, I wanted one of the Zach Wheat, Christy Mathewson, John McGraw. I know the McGraw, but I couldn't think of his first name. When I got to look at these, I thought, I may need to do that. Because, I need another project to do. But I just think that's cool how they have this there. But anyways, I sure appreciate that. And the most special thing that he sent me was this card right here. I believe he said his daughter painted this and paints different cards for him, and he turns them into pictures. And this one is numbered 4 out of 9. I tell you what, this card right here is special to me. I seen this one time on Jeff, a fine card collector. He showed this card. And I tell you what, I was just a little bit jealous. I thought, man, that is awesome. So, you know, when I seen that in the mail, you know, I just couldn't believe it. You know, it is just a great looking, as you can tell, I don't know much about art. I was going to say rendition. I don't even know what that word means. So, but anyways, I absolutely love this. Just the detail. I like that bee. And you know, the thing on this hat, I don't think it makes this pronounced enough, but I love how that, you know, even shows that in there. But, Mike, thank you for this. It is going to be in a special part of my collection, one that will stay with me. You know, I say that probably most of my cards are going to stay with me, but, you know, when I say that, you know, there's just certain cards that are more special to me than that. So I surely do appreciate that, Mike. And then, you know what? My wife, she had some type of procedure done on her eye today. I was supposed to go to a doctor's office, then swing by, and one thing led to another, and I was gone for like 3.5, 4 hours. And we was in the doctor's waiting room, and she said, "Who's Mike so-and-so?" I won't say his last name, and I said, "Well, that's the guy who sent me some cards the other day, the gift," and told her about it. She's like, "Oh, well, he has sent Tate something now." So anyways, I get back home about noon, go get the mail, take it in there, open my section of the mail, and I didn't open Tate's letter. Kind of wanted to, but I didn't. So as soon as I picked him up from school, we came home and cut his envelope open and started looking at some cards. He wrote a letter to him mentioning about that he was sure he'd known that Patrick Mahomes' dad was a professional baseball player. And anyways, he was looking through there. He sent us a Patrick Mahomes, my boy's favorite player. If it's football, it's Patrick Mahomes. And he sent a card of his dad. I am embarrassed to say, I'm not sure I told him that Patrick Mahomes' dad played baseball, but I never had a thought in my head about buying him one of these cards. I never even thought about looking at this card, looking for this card. So, Mike, thank you for that. And he sent us some other cards. An Tate card. A Kmart special. I'm sorry, I call them Kmart specials. The Kmart 20th anniversary. Roberto Clemente. I asked Tate, I said, "Tate, do you know who that is?" He says, "Yeah, I think Scott did a picture of him." So, Scott at Reindeer Studios, thank you for educating him on that. But something where I found out I failed as a father came to this card. I said, "Who's that, Tate?" He said, "I don't know." I said, "Well, look, it's got a Braves jersey." He did not know who Hank Aaron is. So we've had some teaching. This was a teaching moment. Not his fault. It was mine for not teaching him better, but he was excited about that. Then he also sent him some stickers. This right here. Of course, you know, when I was looking at it, I thought, boy, them two stickers look great right there together, you know, for my, I was going to say Royals and Yount, for my Brett and Yount collection. I just like how they're there side by side, but don't worry, I'm not going to take it from Tate. This sticker, I guess I could probably go through a little faster there. reprint of the 53 Bowman. Couldn't think of the year. And reprint of the 51. Tate known who these were without even asking. You know, didn't have to do any coaching on them. But Mike, Tate's got something he wanted to say. I'm going to put a video up.
Thanks, Mike, for the cards and stickers.
Okay. Mike, I also want to thank you. You know, I absolutely love the gift you sent to me. Then, you know, like I said, when I got to this card, and then the stuff you sent to my boy, we can't thank you enough. I also appreciate you watching. I appreciate everybody watching to this point in time. But that's my gifts I wanted to go through. I've showed some art already. I want to show some more art. This is what my boy did for Thanksgiving. During Thanksgiving around here, apparently elementary age kids, they decorate a turkey. And it's called Disguise a Turkey. And last year, Tate did Luther Burden. Well, I guess the year before last. But this past year, Tate's turkey disguised as Jackie Robinson. So he put him in a Brooklyn Dodgers hat, colored the fins. But anyways, more art from my boy. Here recently, he wanted to draw something for Scott before I went to Strongsville. And Scott, of his April recap, thanked Tate for it publicly. He wanted to draw Scott a picture, and well, I'll go ahead and I'll put it up. He wanted to draw Scott a picture of Scott drawing his favorite card. And anyways, this is what the picture I screenshotted on this video. I screenshotted that, and this is what he came up with. And you know, when he did this, when he draws something for me, he just jumps in and does it. Well, when he done something for Scott, he went ahead and he done a rough draft here. You know, how he kind of wanted it to, you know, look and lay out and stuff. And you can see where we done extra color marks. And I've got a brief video that I'll show you.
Hey, superstars, it's your best friend Tate. And welcome to Tate's Art. And today, I have a art photo.
Hold it up.
That I made from a guy named Scott. He's the art guy for Ranger Studios on YouTube.
Okay, I'm trying to piece these in together and get it edited. But you know, I think he did a great job for Scott. Scott seemed to appreciate it, and I appreciate him for thanking him publicly there. You know, this is where we come around to the video response for Eddie's Cardboard Chaos. I'm going to do my video response on Scott at Reindeer Studios. I picked up, you know, when he's doing the art cards, I picked up several of those, you know. Of course, I had the George Brett, this version of the Roberto Clemente. My wife, she played softball in junior college, and she loved A League of Their Own growing up. So I got her that one. And then when he done these cards, I bought one of those. But I'm supposed to list 3 things, you know, what I like about a channel. One thing I like about Scott's channel is it's amazing work. You know, sitting watching how it comes together. It's entertaining enough. You know, I've even sent it to my mom to watch a few, you know, and she gets entertainment out of that. Second thing is I always enjoy watching Scott's videos. You know, when I get done with that, always just a shade happier, you know. You can be stressed out. You watch a video of Scott drawing, painting, whatever he's doing. You know, you just kind of forget about the troubles of the world just for them 3 to 5 minutes, you know. And the third thing I like about it, like about his channel, is it's bonding time for me and my son. You know, every time I know when he asked me to put him to bed instead of his mom, he's wanting to watch some Reindeer Studios. You know, we'll go back and watch the old ones. And the other night, I was fixing to get on to watch the Four Collectors live stream. Tate said, "You know what, Dad? You can wait and watch that later and come watch something with me while you put me to bed." So, and of course, he's wanting some Reindeer Studios, and even his sister came in, and she likes to watch them as well. You ask her what she wants to do when she grows up. She wants to paint cards. I don't know if she got that idea from Tate or just watching Scott's videos or what the deal is. But no, I just want to say that I chose Reindeer Studios as the channel. I would like to shout out 3 reasons why I like them. But Mike, thank you for the gifts. Eddie, congrats. And Scott, thank you for your channel. I appreciate you all listening through this and watching it. We'll talk to you all the next time. Thanks.